The page 44 of the Khuddaka Nikaya describes Nirvana as nothingness or void, saying sunnato animitto. Sunnato means void or empty. Animitto means there are no objects, mental objects or images that can be grasped by the mind, but the mind can think of. The page 366 of the Ajata Sutta in the Khuddaka Nikaya says, Nirvana is atakkavacaram. It means that there are no tangible objects in the Nirvana that can be grasped by the mind. That means Nirvana itself is intangible. Intangible means then can be grasped by the mind as a mental object. It means Nirvana is not a mental object, not a mental image, not a concept. It means thinking ceases at the enlightenment, when one attains the Supreme Bliss of Nirvana. In fact, the Nibbana Sutta, it means Nibbana Sutta means the bliss of Nirvana. That sutta describes the bliss of Nirvana as the emptiness of nothing to think of, nothing to feel, nothing to be conceived by the mind. Sukhang yaditta natti vedaita. Nothing can be known by the mind when it is enlightened and in the bliss of Nirvana. But the ordinary mind, that is unenlightened mind, is full of mental images and thought forms, concepts or ideas that are called sankappa in Buddhist language. Creation of sankappa or mental images or thoughts is called in Pali sankhara. In his first peon of joy, Buddha said, his mind, ceased to create mental objects. That means ceased to think. Thinking ceased at the enlightenment, saying, visankharagatam cittam. The mind ceased to active as a machine creating thought forms. Sankhara means creation of thoughts. Visankhara means non-creation of thought forms by the mind when it is enlightened. Thought forms are based on three major causes according to Buddha. When the mind becomes aware of some object through sensation, through sense organs, it starts thinking about the object. If it is present, the mind thinks of it to perpetuate it and to retain it even in the future, to prolong it, the present sensation. When the sensation is unpleasant, the mind wants to get rid of it. That is rejection. That means thinking is caused by our liking, called raga, and disliking, called dosa. Both liking and disliking of mental images are caused by the ignorance of the actual reality of such objects. It is because our sensory organs like eye, ear, nose, etc. cannot grasp the real nature of any mental object. That means our sense organs cannot see the actual reality of anything or any being. Therefore, our mind is always distorted by the sensation through liking, disliking, and ignorance. Enlightenment or attaining nirvana means the cessation of those causes that lead to our thought formation or thinking. Therefore, the Nibbana Sutta at page 474 of the Sanyutta Nikaya, 4th volume, defines Nibbana as ragakkhaya, dosakkhayo, mohakkhayo, meaning cessation of raga, liking, cessation of dosa, disliking, and cessation of ignorance, called moha. This means the bliss of nirvana is nothing but the emptiness of our mind. This emptiness is described in more details in the Khuddaka Sutta of the Khuddaka Nikaya. It starts at page 484 of Khuddaka Nikaya volume 1 and ends in page 538. In that last page, Nibbana is described as emptiness of all objects, physical or mental. Complete emptiness. Our mind is full of mental objects called concepts, or in Sanskrit Ditthi. That is why Karnimitta Sutra described enlightenment as the cessation of prejudices called Ditthi, preconceived notions, and opening up a free vision of things and beings. That is called dasana. Dittincha anupagamma silava dasanena sampanno. That is enlightenment. That is developing a scientific attitude, free from prejudices, free from preconceived notions, seeing things as they are. That is called Ajata Bhuta Jnana Dasana, seeing things as they are, accepting things as they are, Yata Labha Santutti. That means the mind is free of all thought forms. That is why Krishnamurti referred to the state of mind called nirvana as a silent mind, non-thinking mind. Thinking means talking mentally. Silent mind means a mind that is not thinking, not talking mentally. That means a mind that can accept things as they are. That is the realization of the reality. And that is supposed to be the supreme bliss of Nirvana. That is why, as I mentioned earlier, Nibbana Sutta of Volume 4 of Khuddaka Nikaya at page 487-6 says, Sukhang yaditya natti vedaita. The supreme bliss that one can experience is the absence of anything to think of. That means an empty mind. Empty mind is the supreme bliss of Nirvana according to the definition given by the Buddha.